Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Artichoke. Are there any people here for the first time tonight? I love it. Welcome. And also thanks to all of you who continue to come back and keep this little nonprofit going. In case you didn't know, we are a nonprofit, 53 years now, working on year 53. So, yeah, think of all the people that have done the shepherding of this through all of its incarnations all those years. It's just amazing. Couple of things. We have 3 restrooms, one here in the venue. Probably don't want to use it during the show because we're live streaming. So there are 2 other restrooms. One, if you go through the hallway where you came in the back of the instrument store, there's one there, and there's also one up the stairs if you want to get your steps in. And again, since we are live streaming, this will be out on YouTube. So when you get home tonight, if you want to watch it in case you missed anything, or look for the back of your head on the video, you can do that too. But it'll be up on YouTube forever unless they tell us to take it down. So turn off your devices if you would. One thing I am going to push, Christmas is not quite over for us. We have a giving tree. We have a couple of ornaments that no one has picked up yet, and it's good till, we're going to leave it open till January 5th. We're looking for 2 sponsorships, one for our hip hop open mic, which starts next Wednesday, and the other one for our queer open mic that started 4 months ago, that is on the last Wednesday of the month. So we're looking for sponsors for that. If anybody's interested, come talk to me or just go to our website and take a look at that. Anyway, this is really fun. We had this show scheduled, I think, for last week, and a couple weeks ago, Bobby says, we need to move it. They aren't going to come. There's other stuff going on. So, we moved it. We're pretty flexible here. So I'm really glad to see that this is basically a sold-out room. And thank you for supporting Bobby and for supporting Artichoke. I'm going to introduce him because he has a lot of different configurations that he's put together for this show, and it is a CD release. So be sure and buy a CD from him if you can. Streams don't pay the rent. CDs do. So anyway, let's bring up Bobby Jo Valentine.
Hey, everybody. Thank you for coming out tonight. This means the world that you came up here to support the show, and it really means wonderful. Seeing a lot of familiar faces means wonderful. Look at me go already. All right. Well, I'm really excited because I get to introduce a friend of mine that's going to open the show up for us. When I was thinking of someone to fill out the show, his was the first name I thought of. And this is a singer-songwriter that I've known for over 10 years. And when I first went to Portland, I didn't really know anybody, and I started touring through here, and I was trying to find a place, and Tyler welcomed me into one of his residencies, and I got to play with him, and I just fell in love with his music. And so he's going to open the show for us and give us some songs, and I'm really excited. So please give him a warm welcome, Tyler Stenson, everybody.
Good evening, everyone. Let me get plugged in real quick. Okay, well, I am excited to be playing this evening because I don't play as often as I should. Call it a pandemic hangover, and then my family doubled in size during that, and so I'm so honored to be playing, and thank you, Bobby, for having me. Oh, where did it go? It started slow and came around speeding, and I don't think that time pays any mind. The little old me and you are starting to see just how much the minutes mean. Oh, it started slow, My, how it did fly in the blink of an eye. In spite of the air and all, how it did bring more crow's feet than wings. And it just isn't fair how the days are endlessly long, but the years are quick to be gone. Oh, oh, oh. It started slow. Oh, oh, oh. It started slow. Now time, I just don't know where it goes. I just don't know where it stops. I just don't know what it is and what it's not. And if we're chasing or getting caught. Started slow. Oh, 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 oh. Started slow. Now time gets up, it don't slow in. I just don't know where it goes. I just don't know where it stops. Oh no, I just don't know what it is and what it's not. I just don't know if we are chasing or getting caught. I've played the Artichoke 3 times, believe it or not, but at a former location, so this is very cool to be in the new room. Thank you for having me. This song here, it's going to be a, not quite a medley, but maybe a parlay, if you will. The first song is about somebody kind of walked all over me. And then the transition into a song where it's a tune I wrote for my brother, and it's his Boots Are Made for Walking song. It's called The Arsonist. City girl in her heels, but made up a small town bones. Well, she was loud and soft, and somehow it was all at once, and I could not get enough. So I made plans to go to the grave, holding her high till the end. But she's impetuous, but then there's me, maybe twice as much. We're both too hell-bent to bend. So there's not room in this town for the both of us. And I feel one of us should get up and go. So I drove by her house to tell her how I feel. But it looks like that's something you already know. So I know now not to make plans. Don't fall in love with the breeze. And don't start saving up for wedding rings. Till she says yes in writing. Because there's not room in this town for the both of us. And I feel one of us should get up and go. So I drove by your house to tell you how I feel. But it looks like that's something you already know. She might say, get away, get away. I wish I could deny. I could be, oh, well. I could be, oh, well. But not be resigned to see his face where once was mine. Each time I close my eyes. So there's not room in this town for the both of us. And I feel one of us should get up. We should go, go, go. I drove by your house to tell you how I feel. But it looks like that's something you already know. Well, I was tired of always tasting all that dust you were kicking up. 'Cause I just never liked how it looked upon my fair skin. Oh, I swear and I would testify that you just love the runaround. Baby, why build a bridge if you're just gonna burn it down? Bind me tonight to the velvet of your gown. Chain me tonight to your ground. Set me free, but may your answers long leave you bound. Baby, why build a bridge if you're just gonna burn it down? I have every reason to believe that I am enough for anyone, and that the arsonist in you is just a cold heart trying to get warm. So while building fires that burn like hell. Hallelujah, I've been lost and found. Baby, why build a bridge if you're just gonna burn it down? Bind me nigh to the velvet of your gown. Chain me nigh to your grounds. Set me free, but may your answers long leave you bound. Baby, why build a bridge if you're just gonna burn it down? Little bit by little bit, my nerve was starting to turn. But it won't be long now till I'm the one that lights that bridge is burning. It'll light up like that orange western sky on the 4th of July. Or like a comet tail that finally found its stride. 'Cause I've been a pawn for way too long, and now I'm a proud traitor to your crown. Baby, why build a bridge if you're just gonna burn it down? Oh, bind me nigh to the velvet of your fancy gown. Chain me nigh to your dirty grounds. Set me free. Oh, but may your answers long leave you bound. Baby, why build a bridge if you're just gonna burn it down? Baby, why build a bridge if you're just gonna burn it down? Thank you very much. Cheers, everyone. Cheers. And cheers to Bobby Jo for having me, and happy album release. I know what it takes to make that happen, so cheers. I'll try some new songs on you. Oh, every one of these songs is new to you. But for me, I've been playing songs, writing songs, I should say. I recorded my first album in 1999, and I have recorded many since, and so I only have 2 for sale and back because I only have 2 CDs left in print, but there's plenty of music on the Spotifys and things, if you will. So my name is Tyler Stenson. Please do support by buying an album, but please also go check out YouTube, Spotify, all those things. Brand new songs coming at you here that I have just written. This one here is super special to me. This is not hot off the press, but this is a pandemic song. This is like my first moment of like processing things and penning my family's experience. And so the first verse is for everybody in this room. I think it's pretty universal. The second verse is for my wife, who just wears the weight of the world and does everything. Third verse, is for my daughter Ruth, who just is a deep, deep, deep well, and if she can channel it, she'll do wonderful things in this world. And the last verse, I should say, is for my daughter Josephine, who has a pretty odd metabolic disorder, and so I wrote a verse for her because she has kind of a tricky life ahead of her. But I'm gonna play it in a little bit different style than I do with a full band, so bear with me. But this is called Take Away Your Burn. 40 days under the blistering sun. Wish I could say that the hard part is done. Wish I could say the mad season's adjourned. Wish I could take away your burden. You take on the total weight of the world. And all the pressure's got you twisted and twirled. Still it feels like you got nowhere to turn. Honey, I will take away your burden. Take away your burden, send it to sea. Take away your burden, put it on me, 'cause I can tell your well goes deeper than most. Our tribulation grants your heartbreaking goals. And fake faces leave the sting of the spur. Baby, I will take away your burden. Take away your burden, send it to sea. Take away your burden and put it on me. I'm not claiming I perfected the art, but I'll work like hell to protect your heart. Keep your inside flame far away from the burn. We'll be goners if we go it alone. Hold my hand, baby, don't let go. You and I will rise from the ash and return. Round and round in your royalty dress. Keep on tasting what you know to be best. And if ever on a stripe to be earned, I'll take away your burden. Take away your burden, send it to sea. Take away your burden, put it on me. Take away your burden, send it to sea. Take away your burden, and put it on me. For all the musicians in this room, you know that feeling when you start a song with a capo where it's not supposed to be? And you ask yourself, should I stop after the first verse and fix it or power through? What's funny is that song's already too high for what I like, and I had a capo on, so I should not have had one, but it's all good. All right, this is a brand new song as well for me, but it took me 20 years to write. My friend and I had my best friend on the planet, my bosom buddy, my friend for over 30 years. We had a mental journey together in college in roughly 2002 or 3, and it just changes your perspective on life. If anybody's ever done psychedelics, I don't see children here, so I'm going to talk about it. If anybody's ever done psychedelics, it does just, I think you live your life a little bit differently afterward. And I know I do and have. And so I wanted to do only justice about this kind of coming of age experience. And I honestly wrote 20 plus versions of this particular song, and it has sounded very different over the years, and I only in the last couple of years have put it together. It's called Burn the Ships. confused, he said to me, tell me again, why do we ever leave? We had something good. We had the ground beneath our feet. Now we're lost at sea. Feels like a drunkard's dream. Some rolling kind of reality, full of up and downs and the occasional round and round. Oh, just to get lost and found on the other side, sailing by such a light. Found on the other side, sailing by such a light. On such a night when the sun gets lower as the day gets older and the moon shines its luminous grin. Then you burn the ships because you can't go back again. This night ain't so bad, but it is. No surprise it's taken better men and really cut them down. Really got up inside their head. Then he looked at me and said, I don't want to be like that. I want to be a rock steady rocket you count on to come back. I want to be a frontier pioneer reporting on signs of life I discovered when lost and found on the other side, sailing by such a light. Found on the other side, sailing by such a light. On such a night when the sun gets lower as the day gets older and the moon shines its mischievous grin. And then you burn the ships because you can't go back again. Just to get lost and found on the other side, sailing by such a light. Found on the other side, sailing by such a light. Found on the other side, sailing by such a light. I get found on the other side, sailing by such a light. Yeah. Such a night when the sun gets lower as the day gets older and the moon shines its ominous grin. Then we burn the ships because we can't go back again. And we burn the ships because we can't go back again. Thank you very much. A couple songs left for you. Thank you again, Bobby Jo, for the invite. It's good to play. I don't play as much as I should because I love it so much. It's what I love most. Humbly, it's what I do best, but that doesn't say much for the other things in life. This song here, was originally written as a waltz. I've been doing it with a little bit of a more percussive approach lately, and so I've kind of fallen in love with it. It's off a record I put out in 2008 and then hated the recording, so I completely scrapped it and re-recorded the entire thing in 2013. So the original record was See That Gleam. The new record was called Another Gleam. And this is called Come Around. Well, I hope someday better time and place that someone in your life will lift you up. Oh, I hope someday in the sunlight's softest ray that you will glide your way back through this town. And I hope someday you come around. Oh, I hope someday on this side of the waves, that you will say this is the perfect place for you and me. Oh, I hope someday, before you fully go away, that you can find some patience in the proud, and I hope someday you come around. 'Cause everywhere I go, I know I've been going about it all wrong. It's in the palm of her hand, it's the promised land. But everywhere I stand, it feels like the sunlight is falling down on another, and I hope someday you slow down enough to say you're all I think about, 'cause you're all I think about. And I hope someday, oh, by some amazing grace, that all this time spent spinning will slow down. And I hope someday you come around. Oh, I hope someday you come around. Oh, I hope someday you come around. Thank you. Just 2 more songs left for you before Bobby Jo comes up and graces us all. Like Bobby Jo said, we've been friends for, I think it'd be 12 years if I do the math just right. And so it's been a pleasure being a colleague and a friend of yours. And I love your music. It's awful clever. Awful in a good way. And I'm super excited to sit in the audience and enjoy it myself. But yes, my name is Tyler Stenson. Lots of music out there in the world. I do hope you come around and listen to it from time to time. This song here, I kind of obsess over my music and let it come to me over time, hence the 20-year timeline for that other tune. But there's a moment I had in San Luis Obispo, California, that was so interesting that I was on tour, and the moment I left town, I wrote like 90% of this song on a cardboard box, my CD box, in the passenger seat of my silver Subaru. It's called That Moon, and the story is self-explanatory. It was just before the summer I was playing my guitar when a boy came from the audience, motioned toward the stars. He said it was a full moon. It's all the light we'll need for walking through this canyon. And it's a sight to see. He said, we're walking Pauly Canyon, come along. It's a sight to see. So we rose up in a clearing that was filled with all the shapes from all the heads of all these architects who never grew tired of learning of nature and her systems, and how man can live within them, and how the two can live as one, like it was long before the wheel, before the gun. Oh, I wonder how they lived before the wheel, before the gun. That moon was brighter than day. Who knows, maybe even God's way to say, oh, I know by the looks of it, You're human and you're small, so may that moon make you feel 10 feet tall. I looked up at the two mountains with the moon high up above them, and it looked much like a pendant dangling from the neck of a woman. So much beauty there to offer, it has that much more to lose. I said this might be a stupid question, but do you suppose we've landed on that moon? Please forgive my stupid question, but some would argue we've never touched that moon. So Scotty handed me the spliff and I burned it to the ground, and in the dirt I turned those embers into something like a ghost town. Then a man came out of nowhere. He was the law but fair. He said, on such a night like this it flat out pains me, but you all have to leave. Said on such a night like this I would do that same thing, but you all have to leave. That moon was brighter than day. Who knows, maybe even God's way to say, oh, I know by the looks of it, you're human and you're small, so may that moon make you feel 10 feet tall. Oh, 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 yeah. The sign said that the lions would be hunting men like us, and that snakes had a taste for human heels just above the dust. But that moon was all we needed to feel like giants on that day, and to walk among the comforts that no evil thing would dare to come our way. So we walked along with comforts that no evil thing dared to come our way. That moon was brighter than day. Who knows, maybe even God's way to say, oh, I know by the looks of it, you're human and you're small, so may my moon make you feel 10 feet tall. I know by the looks of it, you're human and you're small, so may that moon make you feel 10 feet tall. Oh, 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 yes. I said two more, but I've overstayed my welcome. I want to get Bobby Jo up here. So Bobby Jo and I will be singing one more song at the end of the evening. So I will be back. But otherwise, it's been a total pleasure playing for you all this evening. It's good to see you. And let's give it up for Bobby Jo.
Tyler Stenson, everybody. Fantastic, fantastic music. You can see why I love him. And beautiful, beautiful songs. And be sure to get a CD if you listen to CDs still. And check him out online. He's just really wonderful. But thank you guys so much for coming out again. This is such a pleasure to be here at Artichoke Cafe. It's such a beautiful space, isn't it? And I hope you got some drinks and tipped the bartender and etc. But let's get into it. This is a song I wrote. I thought it would be a good one to kick off. This is a song I wrote for the new year, and I feel like it's good entering in since we're only at the 4th already of 2025, if you can believe it. So here we go. December 31st, pull up the shiny hearse, put in the old year, break the reverse gear. The past pulls out your driveway, forever out of reach. Oh, what a sunset, don't know how many left. Time is a treasure chest, only spent, never kept. Turn down the fear of failing and set your life story free. I know it's easy to give up with everything we've been through, but life isn't just what happens, it's something you happen to. The future is a highway growing beneath our feet, forever incomplete, always awakening. So let go all the dark things that have been done to you. 'Cause life isn't just what happens, it's something you happen to. It's something you happen to. So let the new year grow, take it sure and slow. Never look back except to learn or laugh. Wounds are our greatest teachers, and scars are our strangest strength. Hold your hurt hand high, wave a good goodbye. The dawn only breaks once the old day dies. Time moves us ever forward into the mystery, and every moment dances along with the way you move. Life isn't just what happens, it's something you happen to. The future is a highway growing beneath our feet, forever incomplete, always awakening. So let go all the dark things that have been done to you. 'Cause life isn't just what happens, it's something you happen to. It's something you happen to. December 31st, pull up the shiny hearse, put in the old year, break the reverse gear. The past pulls out your driveway, forever out of reach. Oh, what a sunset, don't know how many left. Time is a treasure chest, only spent, never kept. Turn down the fear of failing and set your life story free. Thank you so much. Tim or Josh, would you mind getting me my water bottle? I think I left it on my table right over there. Thank you so much. Special cameo appearance by my husband, Tim Seelig, everybody.
And I ironed his shirt.
He did. He ironed my shirt for me. Thank you, sweetie. Oh my goodness, that's slightly embarrassing, but hilarious as well. Love you, baby. He was gonna have surgery on his knee, and he decided to wait for the surgery, so he wasn't gonna be here tonight. And thankfully, he kind of postponed it at the last minute, so I get to have him here with me, which means a lot. So thank you, sweetie. Which kind of segues perfectly into this song. This is, I'm really excited about this new album, and I can't wait for, some of y'all have heard it already, it's been online for a little while, but for those of you that haven't, the CD is available back there, and I've been kind of, there's some new songs on it that I'm gonna play tonight, and there's also some songs that I wrote a while ago that I recorded when I was really younger and didn't really know much about recording, and so it felt really wonderful to go back and kind of reinvent those songs and record them with what I know now. And this is one of those songs, and this is a song just about being with the person that you love, and it's called By My Side. Why don't you come and sit beside me? When the sun goes dark, we can talk until the morning comes. And when the light comes knocking, we can go out walking towards another setting sun. And time is of the essence. Your time without your presence, it clicks along like a broken song. So if you're going somewhere, can I go to? Ask me anything and I'll answer true. 'Cause time feels well spent when I walk with you. And I don't know why. And if I have to leave, can you come along? I'll take you to a place where we both belong. And I can be so weak, but I feel so strong when you're by my side. When you're by my side. Some people say it looks like a canvas, colors in our hands, just waiting for us both to start. Some people say that love is simple. I don't think it's simple. I think it's a work of art. And time is of the essence. Your time without your presence, it clicks along like a broken gun. So if you're going somewhere, can I go to? Ask anything and I'll answer true. 'Cause time feels well spent when I walk with you. And I don't know why. And if I have to leave, can you come along? I'll take you to a place where we both belong. And I can be so weak, but I feel so strong when you're by my side. 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 Thank you. All right, at this time, I'd like to invite Josh Kohler up on stage. I met a wonderful cellist a little while back, and I invited him to be with me for this concert. So we have a couple songs with cello. So everyone welcome Josh Kohler on stage. So this song has kind of a wild story to it, and it's called It's Just a Phase. And when I was a kid, I was a part of a really, really conservative culture, and it was one that you were not allowed to be gay. It was just something that you were not allowed to, despite the fact that, you know, you can't really help being gay. But nonetheless, it was one of those worlds where, you know, being gay was a sin, and you weren't supposed to be it. And so I went through high school and college, and I kept it closeted, and I felt like who I loved and who I desired was just a temptation to avoid and not like a piece of me. And so I resisted it for a long time and went on to be a music director at a church. And then after that, I was going to head to the mission field to Uganda, East Africa, to minister to people. And I got engaged to a girl to be married as I was going to Uganda, because I was going to go work with her parents, and she was single, raising support to go to Uganda. And they were like, well, you're single and you're coming to Uganda, and she's single and coming to Uganda. Obviously, God wills this to be so. And thankfully, that did not happen. And she's actually the one that called off the wedding. And it was one of the best gifts I've ever received, because it gave me a chance it was like the mission field was like the last thing that I thought that I was like supposed to do with my life. And when it fell apart, I had no idea what to do with my life. And something deep inside me, what I think was a divine voice inside me, was like, well, why don't you do something that is you for a change? And figure out who you are and do that and be that. And so that was when I realized that I had been gay this whole time, and I needed to be honest about it. So I came out to my parents and a couple other people, my wonderful, sweet, independent, fundamental Baptist parents. And as soon as I came out, they immediately wanted me to go to reparative therapy. And if any of y'all aren't familiar with what reparative therapy is, it's where you basically go to like some sort of a camp or a center. It's like going to beat an addiction, except it's homosexuality that you're beating. And they go and they try to pray the gay away. And they had a lot of success stories, and thankfully I didn't do it, because when I met these people that they said were success stories, it was really clear that they had given a piece of themselves away. And they were just kind of a shell of who they could be. And so that experience was what kind of helped me to come out and decide to be myself. And so this song is a song exploring that strange world of reparative therapy. And it's sung from the perspective of a reparative therapy center trying to get someone to join. And even though it's very specific to the gay experience, this kind of experience, I think it also ties into a lot of what the world tries to do. I think we all know what it's like to have an organization or a family member or some friends that try to put you in a box that you aren't and try to decolorize your life. And so this song is called It's Just a Phase. It's just a phase, that's what they say. We have a way to make the feelings go away. That rush of heat as he walks by. We have a way to dull the twinkle in his eye. It's just a phase, that love you feel. We have a way of making rainbows look less real. Give us some time, you'll be okay. It's just a phase. It's just a phase. We have the proof. Here is the story of a boy who looks like you. He walked our path, bathed in our words, gave up some happiness, but it could be much worse. He could have let his heart fly free. Could you imagine all the places he could be? Instead of here, making our case that it's just a phase. Just come inside and close the door. We've helped 1,000 people lose a love like yours. We'll make the aching fade away. And if you get lonely, all you have to do is pray. Pray, pray. It's just a phase. You'll be all right. We have a way of making rainbows black and white. Give us some time, you'll be okay. It's just a phase. Okay, so, to balance things out, we're going to close this song out with a song about sex. So here we go. We're gonna finish this first half out with a song, this song called "Come Back to Bed," and it's really not just about sex. It's about meeting someone that you really know is going to be a special connection. And so we'll finish with this, and we'll have a short 10 to 15 minute break, and then we'll have some more music afterwards. So please stick around. Tyler's going to come around and do another song, and I have some more music for you. But this song, we'll finish with this one, and this one is called "Come Back to Bed." You were sitting at the window when I woke up. Nothing but a bathrobe and a coffee cup. Watching the cars and the clouds move slowly. I was lying in the wrinkles and curves of your sheets, and the sun was caressing your hair and your cheeks. And I feel like I've known you for years and not weeks, and I love everything I see. Come back to bed with me. Come back to bed with me. I know those waters tend to run dry, and someday we'll have to sail through darker skies, and there's always danger in unknown country. But now the night is clear and we can see the stars, and there's no creatures here to tear our hearts apart. And I will be with you, dear, until our lights grow dark. And my love, you're all I need. Come back to bed with me. Ooh, come back to bed with me. Ooh, come back to bed. This is more than the room that we're in. This is more than the touch of our skin. And this is more than just two lungs breathing. This is 10,000 watts down the wire. This is my hand and your soul on fire. And this is the rhythm of our heart's desires. And our bodies dance along to the beat. Come back to bed with me. Come back to bed with me. Ooh, ooh, come back to bed. Ooh, come back to bed with me. Ooh, ooh, come back to bed. All right, we're going to take a short break, and then we'll be back with some more music shortly. Thank you. Awesome. Sounds great. Sounds really good. All right, everybody ready for round two? Here we go. I was thinking about a couple things that I don't really have resolutions, New Year's resolutions, because I never achieve them. so I have these kind of larger intentions I try to start the new year with, and one of those for this year is to get better at family and to get better at belonging and building that community of people that I belong to. And this song is one of the first that I ever wrote. And this is a song I wrote when I realized that I wasn't belonging where I was growing up and the world that I was growing up in, that I didn't fit in there. And so it was kind of, there's an ache to this song, and there's also a hope that one day I will find that belonging. And the next song kind of speaks to that. So this one's called A Place to Belong. Well, I have watched thousands of sunsets and seen the moon dissolve and resurrect, and I have slept in hundreds of bedrooms but never once woke up at home. Oh, but I believe that there is a place where my heart can breathe, a place where I can be happy, and so I keep searching for that land wherever I go. But I haven't found it yet, and I'm trying hard to forget that all I've got are broken guitar strings to help me sing my broken songs. And even though I feel I've seen everything, I still haven't found a place to belong. No, I still haven't found a place to belong. Well, I have walked through forests and canyons, and I have prayed at hundreds of altars and raised my hands at crystal cathedrals, but never once heard God speak. Oh, but I believe that there is a hand that is holding me as I walk this land, and it's guiding me, and it understands, and it carries me when I am weak. But I haven't heard them yet, and I'm trying hard to forget that all I've got are broken guitar strings to help me sing my broken songs. And even though I feel I've seen everything, I still haven't found a place to belong. No, I still haven't found a place to belong. And there might be something wrong with me. There might be something wrong. 'Cause even though I feel I've seen everything, I still haven't found a place to belong. 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 Oh no, all I've got are broken guitar strings to help me sing my broken songs. And even though I feel I've seen everything, I still haven't found a place to belong. No, I still haven't found a place to belong. No, I still haven't found a place to belong. To belong. Thank you. Well, thankfully, eventually I did find a place to belong, but I like to always mention something at the end of that song, which is that I wrote that song when I was 23 years old, and there's a line in the chorus that says, "I feel I've seen everything." And that is such a 23-year-old thing to say, you know? And I say that with like a lot of love for my 23-year-old self, but you know, if I could go back in time, I'd just be like, just wait a little bit, there's some more to discover. The other thing that's wonderful about that song, though, is that through songs, you know, I'm writing this song about belonging. It's one of my first I've ever written, and now I belong by writing songs. And I've been able to build my family again. using music after I came out, I pretty much lost all my, friends and family that were a part of that conservative culture. And so I had to grow a family again. And thankfully I did. And a lot of us folks in the queer community have had to start over, and we've had to build a family again. But what's beautiful about it is if you work hard and you're kind, their family is there. And you can find your chosen family, and that means a lot. And so this song is also about belonging, and it's called Family to Me. How long can it take for some people to find their way? Wild country was my first base. Took a little while to find something safe. Took a little while to open the right door. 18 years, but who's keeping score? Family don't mean the same thing to me. Not like the other ones I see. Had to leave, grow my own seeds, find another way to plant a tree. And it's not the roots that bind you, it's the ones that set you free and hold your wounded heart from underneath. That's family to me. That's family to me. Small closet for a bed, and the feeling you're the only one left. Lean dinners, heavy times, and the feeling you're the last one in line. Well, days fall like wounds from a war, and I start to wonder who's keeping score. Family don't mean the same things to me, not like the other ones I see. I had to leave, grow my own seeds, find another place to plant a tree. And it's not the roots that bind you, it's the ones that set you free and hold your wounded heart from underneath. That's family to me. Well, that's family to me. Sometimes the weight is still heavy, and sometimes I'm all locks and no keys. But you've got two hands strong and steady, and it means so much that you chose me. Well, sometimes the weight is still heavy, and sometimes I'm all locks and no keys. Well, you've got two hands strong and steady, and I chose you, and you chose me. And it's not the roots that bind you, it's the ones that set you free. That's family to me. So now it's later, and I come home after 3 meetings and a long drive alone. Hard day, cold night, but our driveway is bathed in light. And when I knock, you open up the door every time. So I've stopped keeping score, family. Oh, mine's not like the other ones I see. I had to leave, grow my own seeds, find another way to plant a tree. And It's not the roots that bind you, it's the ones that set you free and hold your wounded heart from underneath. That's family to me. How long can it take for some people to find their way? Thanks. Okay, the next kind of intention that I had for the new year, which so far I've been unsuccessful at, is to slow down a little bit. And I don't know about y'all, but I feel like our culture especially is, especially American culture, it feels like is kind of rushing is encouraged. And it's almost like if you're not going super fast, then you're not like doing what you're supposed to. And I feel like our life can become a flurry of activity. And then the bad thing about being in a flurry of activity is then life can become a blur where you just kind of, you don't slow down enough to remember everything. And also, you know, not everything done fast is done well. And so this song is a song about the lesson to slow down that I've been struggling with my whole life. And this song is kind of my whole life story wrapped around that lesson. And it's called Most Good Things Take Time. When I was 5 years old, I couldn't grow a garden. I watered way too hard. I wasn't good at reading the signs. And as the days would pass, I would watch the plants grow. String beans and tomatoes, I'd pick them both as soon as they appeared on the vine. It took a while to learn that most good things take time. Most good things take time. When I was 17, I was always in a hurry, still always late. Head filled with worry, so much on my plate, but never stopping to taste. And I convinced myself that taking any break was a waste. It took a while to learn it. A lot of bridges burning, a lot of hourglasses turned before their prime. Before I finally found out that taking time is a good thing, and most good things take time. Most good things. When I was 23, I started writing music. Had to heal some wounds, next thing I knew, the song was my life. And now I'm 39, 16 years later, and I watch some friends take the elevator while I climb these stairs late into the night. And I wish them well, I really hope they make it, but from what I've seen, most elevators breaking. Meanwhile, my legs are getting strong from this climb. Oh, it took a while to learn it. A lot of bridges burning, a lot of hourglasses turned before their prime. Before I finally found out that taking time is a good thing, and most good things take time. Most good things take time. When I was 5 years old, I couldn't grow a garden, but now I just might try. Thank y'all so much. All right, well, this next song is actually, the title of this song is My First Tattoo. I got my first tattoo last year, y'all, and I'm really excited about it, and I'll show you. Here you go. No, I'm just kidding. No. It's right here, and it's just a little, the title of the song and my tattoo is Slow Down, Feel It, and along with the line of, good things taking time. A lot of times, some of the bad stuff we go through, if we don't want to face it, we can just start rushing faster through our life and just fill our life with a lot of busyness instead of feeling some of the emotions that we need to. And so this song, I was going through some difficult things relationship-wise, and I knew that it was time for me to let go of my first partner who I loved very dearly, but our lives were just going different directions. And what I did instead of facing the emotions is I just booked a lot of shows. And so I traveled all around the country, kind of racing around for 2 years, and then finally one day I slowed down long enough to realize where I needed to go and what I needed to do, and the healing required for that to happen. And so this song is for anyone that's maybe been running away from something they need to face and feel, and it's called Slow Down, Feel It. Tony the Tiger doesn't live here anymore. He turned tail, left town, trying to settle some score. He got a one-way ticket and a traveling case. He doesn't do anything halfway. Some say the circus wasn't paying enough. Some say the money was so good he started feeling out of touch. Some say his love started to feel like a crutch, so Tony had to find his own way. From plane to train, from town to town, he picked up almost as soon as he touched down. A voice playing in the back of his mind he tried to ignore, kept popping up from time to time. Slow down, feel it. Unless you let it hurt, you're never gonna heal it. Slow down, slow down, slow down, feel it. So I wake up and take my things off the floor. I hope I can figure out what all this leaving is for. I hope the bridges I burn I can return to someday, but I don't do anything halfway. From plane to train, from town to town, I pick up almost as soon as I touch down. A voice playing at the back of my mind I've tried to ignore, keeps popping up from time to time. Slow down, feel it. Unless you let it hurt, you're never gonna heal it. Slow down, slow down, slow down. Slow down, feel it. Unless you let it hurt, you're never gonna heal it. Slow down, slow down, slow down, feel it. So I stop by and lay some roses on the door. No flowers ever will settle this score. I got a one-way ticket and a traveling case. I gotta find my own way. Drive past the city till everything glistens. Pull over, stop, and finally start to listen. My ground of being, my significant other, rises up inside me, both father and mother, and says, slow down, feel it. Unless you let it hurt, you're never gonna heal it. Slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down, feel it. Unless you let it hurt, you're never gonna heal it. Slow down, slow down, slow down, feel it. Would y'all like to hear a bit more cello? That sound good? Let's have Josh Kohler come on up here. It is, it's such a delight. You know, I make my living touring around the country with music, and I play about 80 to 90 shows a year. But because of that, I don't get to play with other musicians very often. So I'm so glad that I met you, Josh, and thank you so much for playing along with me tonight. It's a big honor. This next song is on the new record, and this one means a lot to me. It's pretty new, and I wrote this one because I had been struggling with a mental illness for several years, and up until 2.5 to 3 years ago, it wasn't diagnosed, and I have bipolar disorder. And so because of that, I had some really intense times of depression where there was about a 9-month period where I almost didn't get out of bed for all 9 months. And then I had some serious bouts of mania, which is also really intense. And it's hard for anyone to go through. And there's hundreds of thousands of people with mental illness all around the country, and they deserve our compassion. Because oftentimes it's an invisible illness. It's not like a broken arm or a broken leg where you carry around a cast and you get instant sympathy from people, but oftentimes it's very misunderstood. And so this song, I wanted to talk about what saved me, what saved my life when I was in the worst of my mental illness and mental struggles. And maybe if you have anyone that struggled with mental illness, maybe this will speak to you. Or if you yourself struggle with mental illness, I hope this will speak to you in some way. And this song is called You'd Call Me Up. I remember the year when I needed reminders to eat or to shower or sleep. When the days weighed a ton and I hid from the sun and my sadness held me in its teeth. I would wake up and stumble out into the kitchen and eat just enough not to starve. Then I'd wither away for the rest of the day in my room, in my bed, in the dark. And I was sure that I'd never recover, that there wasn't a thing to be done. I was sure all my good days were over. I was sure my depression had won. Then you'd call me up. You'd call every day. You'd say, hey, I'm just checking in. I hope you're okay. The simplest of gifts, the greatest of love. In my lonely hour, the pain lost its power when you'd call me up. When you'd call me up. I remember the season when I lost my reason and my manic mind took the reins. I turned into a storm that made each day a war in a flurry of anger and pain. When I came to myself and I looked at the hell that the chaos had made of my home, my werewolf went away, but my greatest fear stayed, that I would be forever alone. And And I was sure that I'd never recover, that there wasn't a thing to be done. I was sure all my good days were over. I was sure that my mania had won. Then you'd call me up. You'd call every day. You'd say, hey, I'm just checking in. I'm not going away. The simplest of gifts, the greatest of love. In my lonely hour, the pain lost its power when you called me up. When you called me up. The simplest of gifts, the greatest of love, when you'd call me up. In my lonely hour, the pain lost its power when you'd call me up. When you'd call me up. Could we get Tyler Stenson back up here for one more song? What do y'all think? One more song by Tyler? All right. When I first heard Tyler's music, I just fell in love, and I started listening to everything I could get my hands on. And this song became my favorite really quickly. And so I asked him if I could sing a little harmony on this one, and if he would sing it tonight, and he graciously obliged. This song also has kind of a great wish for a new year, and the last line of these verses of the song goes, somebody's gonna make it, but you know it better be us all. And I love that, and I think when I think about that line, I think about this meme that's been passed around the internet, and it says, "You can't compete with me. I want you to win too." And I love that idea that we're just trying to make it through on this crazy ball of rock hurtling through space, and we're doing the best we can. And there's so much in life that is better when it's not a competition, when we're all lifting each other up. And so this song just really speaks to me, and I'm really thankful that you're gonna play it tonight. So, yeah.
Thankful to be asked to play it. What's funny is I have a huge family. Think of the number and double it, maybe even triple it. That is to say, I have 4 brothers, sisters aside. So this is a song I wrote for all my brothers, and each one has their own story, and the competition is fierce among brothers. But yes, to Bobby Jo's point, somebody's gonna make it, but it better be us all. An interesting man I know's got the music in his bones. He writes the songs, but he can't stand rock and roll. His name is on his right hand as he hides behind a wall. Somebody's gonna make it, but you know it better be us all. Older brother, he's the dreamer of some dreams. Like he stretched out the gray and he made it green. And I could see myself in him, I'm just a little bit too small. Somebody's gonna make it, but you know it better be us all. Somebody's gonna make it, but you know it better be us all. Somebody's gonna make it, but you know it better be us all. Oh, little brother, you are not the only one. Just don't get burned in that Oklahoma sun. trying to get to heaven. I'm just trying not to fall. Somebody's gonna make it, but you know it better be us all. And I'm a music maker, trying to make a dream. But getting there is as endless as it seems. So I'm going to California, even if I have to crawl. Because somebody's gonna make it, but you know it better be us all. When I get to California, I'll be giving you a call. Oh, because somebody's gonna make it, but you know it better be us all. Thank you all. Appreciate you.
That was Stenson, everybody.
And keep it going for Bobby Jo Valentine. Thank you.
Fantastic. All right, well, I have one more song for y'all. Thank you so much for coming tonight. Was this fun? Did you have a good time? Was this good? Okay. Well, thank you so much to Artichoke Cafe, and be sure to keep an eye out for them. Thanks, man. They're just wonderful. They have great shows here all the time. And if you want to support our music, I've got my new CD out in the back there, and I've got 5 other CDs that are available for sale. And I also have a book of poetry, and because time was tight tonight, I didn't want to... Oh, did I unplug something? Because time was tight tonight, I didn't want to do any poetry, but it's back there, and if you like the lyrics of the songs, the lyrics of all my songs are in the poetry book as well, and so that's available for sale. I'll be back there to say hi and give out hugs and hopefully sell some CDs, and Tyler has 2 CDs as well, and I love them both, so be sure to get those CDs first, and then if you have any money left over, you can buy my CD. But yeah, exactly, yeah. But I'll finish with this song. This song is called Last Song, so it's an appropriate one. And I wrote this one when right on the edge of coming out, and when I realized that a lot of my friends I wasn't gonna talk to anymore, and a lot of the family were gonna separate from me. And I kind of had this idea that these people, this was the last time I was gonna get to talk to these people. So I sat down with my guitar, and I thought to myself, if I had one last chance to talk to these folks, what would I want to say to them? And it was interesting because what came out was just a bunch of things that I believe about the world that I still believe in to this day. And so we'll finish with this, and thank you very much again for coming tonight. It was such a pleasure to have you. And I'll still be playing around here in Portland. Like I said, I tour around the country, but every 2 or 3 times a year I'll play shows. So if you enjoyed this show, please keep an eye out for when I'm playing again, and come and bring some friends, and I'd love to see you again. But here we go. This song is called Last Song, and we'll finish with this. Time's moving on, soon we'll be gone. This might be the last song from me you'll hear. So before I go, I thought you should know a few of the things in my heart I hold dear. You are a treasure, and wealth is a measure only decided by what you believe. So go where your soul goes, 'cause all ground is hallowed, and you are not shallow for chasing your dreams. Dance with the dancers, question the answers, laugh lots of laughter, but cry lots of tears, and be who you are right from the start. And don't give your heart to the cancer called fear. Talk more to strangers. They might be angels or broken souls that love's left in your care. And some will reject you, but love will protect you, and you will be better for meeting them there. So dance with the dancers, question the answers, laugh lots of laughter, but cry lots of tears, and be who you are right from the start. And don't give your heart to the cancer called fear. No, don't. Avoid pretension, shoot for redemption. Remember that men are not all what they seem. It's true some are devils, and true some are rebels, but most are disheveled and caught in between. So dance with the dancers, question the answers, laugh lots of laughter, but cry lots of tears, and be who you are right from the start. And don't give your heart to the cancer called fear. So dance with the dancers, question the answers, laugh lots of laughter, but cry lots of tears, and be who you are right from the start. And don't give your heart to the cancer called fear. No, don't give your heart to the cancer called fear. Ow. Ow. Thank y'all so much. That's the show. Josh Kohler on cello. Tyler Stenson, amazing opening act. Thanks so much to our sound folks, making everything sound better than we deserve. Thanks so much to Lee, our bartendress. And thanks so much to Shelly, the executive director, everyone that was a part of this night. Have a great rest of your night. I'll be back there if you want to say hi and grab some CDs. Have a great night, everybody. Thank you.